Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another unboxing and a short review of the Corsair AX850 power supply. I'm going to start by unboxing the package. So this is a professional series gold certified power supply. You can see at the front it says it's high performance, and at the back you can see all the connections that come with it. It is a fully modular power supply. A lot of information on the back, all about specs, but we'll go on to that later. Let's just unbox it first. You can see at the front here, Corsair give an unbelievable 7-year guarantee. That means if anything happens within 7 years of this power supply, they would look after you. It's 80+ gold certified, meaning very efficient. It's got the new EUP logo. So let's just get this open. Comes in a sort of sleeve. So, there we are. Let's get the camera back in focus. It's the seal broken. Now, I think it opens like this. Got another seal. It's a bit awkward to open. Right. Oh, it's focused again. Right. First look, it comes with the user manual. You can see the professional series come in 3 ranges: AX750, 850 and 1200. Obviously today we're looking at the AX850. Some very thick packaging there, and the power supply comes in a nice fancy bag. Suppose you can use it for your gym wear or something. First impressions, it is quite heavy. It's much smaller than I imagined. In fact, it's very small. This is a size just above 120mm case fan. So the finishing on here is of very high quality. Feels very solid. As you can see, it's fully modular. The front, it's got the specs there, should you want to pause it and have a look at all the specs. Right. And I'll just notice one thing about it. If you're placing the power supply on top of the case, which some people still do, you can do, but if you're placing it at the bottom, the logo matches up in alignment, as you can see. But what I usually do is I'll sit it at the bottom of the case with the fan facing upwards. The reason being is just personal preference. Usually when I put the fan in my case this way, a lot of dust builds up, even though if I've got a dust filter, so I just keep it this way. So coming on to the size of it, here's a 120mm noctua fan. If I place it here, you can see it's just slightly bigger than the fan, so it's a fairly small power supply for the amount of wattage it provides. It's got a nice Corsair logo here, and I did a bit of research on it. One thing that appealed to me is the fan. The fan inside here only turns on when there's a demand on the wattage or you're doing some intensive application. Otherwise than that, the fan won't turn on unless needed. Coming on to the accessories, you have a power supply. This is a UK power supply. Feels like a bit of quality to it, so yeah, I'll be using this one instead of my old cable. And here we have a nice sort of bag that comes with it. It feels like a lot of cables in here. In fact, that's a lot of cables, so just bear with me while I organise these. So I just quickly laid out all the cables, power supply aside. It comes with black screws for mounting your power supply, cable ties, which is a nice touch, and here comes also, of course, a Corsair case badge, if you want to put that on. So I'm just going to go through some random cables here. This looks like a power supply to Molex. The next set of cables, it's a power supply to SATA or SATA. And this looks like your motherboard power supply, 4-pin or a 6-pin. Molex to floppy, should anyone still want that. This looks like your graphics card. Another graphics card. Your main power supply to your motherboard. Another SATA to, power supply to 4 SATA connections. Another SATA to 4 connections here. Some PCI Express power here. Power supply to 4 Molexes. And finally, another power supply to 2 SATA powers. Now if I open one of these cables, it's the first time I've sort of seen this power supply, so I'm reviewing as I'm opening it. This is very thin, and on my previous power supply it was braided cables, but it was stiff. I mean, this one, it looks like once you push it in place, it somewhat holds its shape, and because it's thin, you can sort of route it around your case without causing any problems. So judging by these wires braided here, very good quality, and because it's fully modular and it comes with a whole bunch of connections, you can have a lot of hard drives, graphics card, you can even power a high-end motherboard. So yeah, it does feel very compact and neat, and that's about it. Thanks for watching my unboxing, and remember, guys and girls, please subscribe.